Like he told.
This story is hilarious.
You can do it, but that killed me. They're coming to your house.
Yeah, they're coming to yours.
Chill.
They don't know my catchphrase name. They know Stat Man. We're looking for stats. I'll be like, well,
You already said where you living.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I live in Jersey.
Trade for Zion?
I see that late.
Wow.
This could be the future.
Go trade AD back. Hurt for hurt. There you go.
Hurt
for
for
hurt.
Hey, that's like an album cover. Hurt for hurt, man.
That's the name of this episode.
I know.
The producer. The title is Hurt for Hurt. Nigga work.
It's your boy JT. I got KB to the right, man. I got Statman to the left. What's up? What's good with y'all?
I'm tired.
We even got the early edition. What is this, first take?
Yeah, right.
we moved from the night show to the morning show.
Hey, yo, we switching times. That's funny. That's like moving up. If you in the morning show, everybody want to hear you.
And then you get cussed out by JJ Redick or Kendrick Perkins. Yeah. So we are moving up.
Or Stephen A. Talking
Stephen A.
Hey, brother.
It does. It seems like he's the target of people booming on him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, but he thrives in that.
Stephen A. You don't know what you're talking about.
You're supposed to be laying off people at ESPN.
Oh, because of Disney?
He low-key said, he was like, I could lose my job. He's like, but really, I probably won't. But like, he ain't gonna lose his job.
That was a dick move.
Yeah, I was like,
nah, that's funny.
We know you're not losing your job, but yeah, they doing that.
You know, heads are gonna roll. Not mine.
Hey, yo.
But Molly, I don't know. Like,
man, so the basketball world has been crazy. I will say this: it is one of my favorite times of the year. March Madness. We haven't briefly talked about it, but I will say this: in the beginning of March Madness, you know what I did notice? Duke was there and North Carolina wasn't. But besides all that, how'd y'all feel about the tournament?
One of the things I noticed is that when I looked for Duke, they had already lost, and they was in the
you
tournament.
must have not been watching
and
early.
Got
then.
sent packing. Yeah,
they
won
winning.
their one game, and got sent.
Where were y'all at? Y'all didn't even try to jump into any other tournament.
Nah, because that tournament.
The NIT joint, y'all didn't even get into. That's whack. That's easy.
I wouldn't be doing that.
Why? Y'all?
It's not important.
Honestly, y'all needed to.
Nah, coach was worried about next season. That's all. This is his last season.
It's about to be a whole different team next year.
Nah, y'all still got people that coming there back.
It's gonna be a young group.
Dudes is transferring.
Oh wow!
It's like two of them transferring.
Yeah,
one of them is
Love.
Caleb Love. He was the first one.
Leaving?
He's transferring.
To where? Oh, he just answered the portal.
Transfer
in the portal.
Yeah,
He'll go to Rutgers.
He need to go somewhere and develop himself to be a pro. He's not gonna win anything.
Yeah,
I can't. The thing that messes me up about this, which is truly the madness, is how are we gonna return everybody? We was in the national championship less than a year ago.
Yeah,
you and I had this conversation
and was up about to win. Lost by like 2, right?
Yeah,
it's the same team. What's the problem?
Hey man, different players y'all going against? I don't know.
I was scrolling. I'm scrolling like IG, and I'm like, oh, they lost their first game. Okay. Later on in the week, I'm like, they done lost again. Like, why are you losing to Florida State? And like, what are y'all doing? You done lost 4 games. Like, this is the same team from last year, except for like the tall white dude. I don't remember his name. Nope. He graduated, but like. It shouldn't be like that. Like, missing one role player shouldn't put you out the tournament.
Sometimes that's the factor.
Not even in the ACC tournament. Like,
nope. Sometimes that's a factor. But getting to the tournament, I will say, Jersey is always a surprise. It's cool. We had another Jersey squad. Actually, yeah, we have two. Princeton did they thing, shocked the world.
Yeah.
Who else was it?
FDU.
FDU, yeah. So that's pretty dope.
And then their coach left.
Basketball needs New Jersey, so you know what I'm saying. That's a problem.
You need to start wearing them shirts.
For
They
real,
have
for
the
real.
shirts. I don't know why I don't have
First
one
it
yet.
was St. Peter's and their greatness.
So we'll see what happens next year because they're knocked off now. But,
Yeah, it's gonna be like Delaware Valley. It's gonna be Del Val. County College of Morris. What y'all know about CCM?
Yo,
CCM.
UCC.
hey.
Yeah, it might be a little bit
So
better.
it's coming down to the wire now for the Natty. It's UConn and
San Diego State,
State.
where Kawhi Leonard went.
Wow.
You ain't know that.
Yeah, we did.
He
I
did it.
forgot. No, I didn't. I
Oh,
didn't.
you know?
So
Yeah, I
that's
did.
cool. That's what's of course you just stat man.
Well, I would
you're
know-
supposed to know. If you didn't know,
Just
we would
'cause
have a problem.
When he was cooking in the NBA, I was like, where did he go to college
And you seen
anyway?
it?
And you just go
Yeah.
and look. Like,
You
oh.
know who, at one time, he was leading the country in scoring, but you know who actually topped him by, I think, like 1 or 2 points averaging?
Who topped him?
That sounds off.
Yo.
You said
Oh my god. This
My
is
man,
wild.
no.
Yo, what?
This is too early in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jimmy Fredette.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I
Jimmy.
mean, he had his
the
little
Jimmer.
shine.
He was supposed to be the next JJ, and he was whack.
Maybe when he grows up, he can be the next Caitlin Clark. I'm not gonna lie. I've been watching the women's
The
tournament.
women's tournament's been dirty. I ain't gonna lie to you. We had that crazy upset from USC, University of South Carolina. Dang, mess up the streak. I was tight. You know, I got ties to the South, but yeah, I was
It
still
wasn't
hurt by
nothing they
that.
could do. She is a murderer, yo.
Ayo, she dribbles a ball. It's half court. She's like, I'm shooting, just to let you know. And it's like half
Curry.
court. There, I'm there.
She is a
Female version
homicidal
of Curry.
maniac. Like,
Yo,
like, she's
If you look at the
homicidal,
box
son.
score of that game when they won against South Carolina, it was her, Clark 40, someone else at 9, 7, 0, 0, 0. She went off. She dropped 40. I think that was back-to-back 40 games she had in the tournament,
she
bro.
averaging.
She's dirty.
Like, she's averaging that.
And
during the
she's going to
season.
stay 5 years. She got...
Ew.
She's-
What is she
yeah.
gonna play for Michigan State?
No.
The men's team?
Oh, well, damn. Could work.
They can't stop her.
Yo,
Yo,
she can't be stopped.
She be
She's-
jacking up any little shot, and it looks crazy. But
It goes in.
this, the 5 inches of space, she gonna hit it,
Yup.
and then look, she'll blow by you, and then she could pass.
Yeah, she's a great point guard,
She's
bro.
playmaking.
Curry.
She's out there.
The way she was scoring and doing all that stuff. The only when they talked about the assists is where I figure out, wait, she's a point guard. Like,
Hey, bro, she's too nice.
she a big guard. She
Bigger
got
than
that
homegirl
first
from
step.
Oregon.
Nobody
Yeah,
talks
she's
about
quick.
that.
She's quick.
Nobody talks about that. She gets to her spot, the pull ups,
She's
and get into
gonna
the
make
rack.
She's going to make more money with all her endorsements than she'll ever make in the WNBA.
She gonna get a sneaker.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And look, she's also been wearing those Bruce Lee Kobe's too.
Yeah, it maxes the uni.
the
It
only-
maxes the uni perfectly.
But
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
it's her though.
It maxes
That's
the
that's
uni.
the game of death. When all of y'all grow up, go get you Bruce Lee, the game of death, where he climbed the tower and had to fight Kareem at the top. That's
They don't
the
know about
Kobe
that flick.
she had
They don't
on.
know about that, John.
Yeah,
They don't know about that.
Your pops was like sweating me about his
No,
kung fu movies.
chill, yo, chill. Hey, don't do that.
God rest his soul. That was my man, but he needed his DVDs back. I gave him back.
He was like,
Yo, my man.
Listen, it was urgent to him. It was important. I made sure he had his content back.
yeah.
But the game of death, you know what I'm saying? It fits it perfectly. It's too perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, stay away from Caitlin Clark. She's a murderer. Thank you.
And then the other side, they got LSU beat Virginia Tech. That's the first time I believe LSU, the women's, is actually going to the Natty. So it was
You know
dope.
Shaq's going to be there.
Of course.
His daughter plays.
They got a squad.
Yeah, guys,
They got
Shaq
a
is here.
squad.
Yeah, I'm here. My daughter, please. So I'm here.
They got a squad though. They're nice. So let's do this real quick. Before we get to more NBA news or other news that we're gonna jump into, let's just do some predictions for that. So it's let's do the women. So it's LSU versus Iowa. Who you got, Stat?
I'm going to be the jerk and say LSU.
That's not even jerk move. Who you
cute.
got?
He going to go Iowa.
I'm gonna say Iowa just because here's the thing. It's not just her. That's the problem.
Man, the last couple of games, it's been her
Because
40. Everybody else is single digits. Bro,
yeah,
on
but
the box score.
you know what happens? She's affecting the game because if you push up on her, I mean, any little hesitation in transition or anything, the rest of them know the spacing. They know her, and they got like 2 real big ones in the middle. who don't just get blocked. So like they're gonna be down there doing that too. If you step up on her, she gonna throw it to them, and they're gonna have an open look. I think the rest of the team, they're like, I don't know, they're like the other Avengers or something.
Oh, God.
I think they're going to beat LSU.
And she's who?
She's Captain America and Tony Stark.
Oh, combined.
She's Captain Stark.
You trying to convince me to pick Iowa, but I'm going with LSU on that one. Just big bodies. I think they can do it. I like that squad. I see LSU winning that, but I think John Clark is probably still going to drop like 30 plus.
52.
That's gonna be if she drops 50 and wins, it's crazy. She needs to just leave.
She'll get 50.
She has to leave. Like, I don't care. She has to leave after that.
They're gonna sit
They
her
have to
down.
dismiss her. Like, yo, you need to leave the school and go to the WNBA. You have to. Like,
She don't want
please.
to make the maximum 250,000. She wants to make millions.
Yeah, she will. She will. But on the dude's side, so it's San Diego State and UConn.
God.
Who you got, Kyle?
Man, we going back to Connecticut with it. I believe UConn is going to win the game.
Because they're going to channel their Ray Allen and Richard Jefferson and Rudy Gay.
And Charlie Villanueva. Like,
Bro, I remember
Ben Gordon and
Ben
Kemba
Gordon. Who
Walker.
else
Ben
was on?
Gordon was there. Kemba.
That's gonna happen.
Kemba was a kill. Everybody, come on now. If you know college football, UConn Kemba was a killer. Who you guys that? Who you gonna win?
So I'm going to go with the fairy tale story. We're going with San Diego State.
Wow. Okay.
They got lucky.
They did get lucky. And you saw how his foot almost went out of bounds, too. They talking about that. They were reporting about that. But that was a clean jumper. That was a clean jumper. Once I saw that, I was like,
smooth.
oh, that's
smooth.
Yeah,
Once he hit that jump.
it helped them top the other team.
For sure. It was the buzzer beater right at the second. So,
The topper.
dang.
Guy.
I'll go with the fairy tale as well, too. I think UConn will win, but I'll go with the fairy tale. They should win, but I want to go with the fairy tale. I gotta mix it up. Usually I go with facts and straight everything like that, but I'm just gonna go with that one and see what it is.
I'm going to give you something funny to think about.
What's up?
There was a famous baseball player who played for San Diego State. He got drafted by the San Diego Padres in the 3rd round, and he got drafted by the San Diego Clippers in 1961. Who was that?
Oh, man, why you say 61? I was getting ready to say something
1961.
about Barry Bonds, yo. 'Cause I'm pretty sure he went to San Diego State.
This man said 19.
He didn't? And he played 2 sports. He played football,
1961.
though. No, he played basketball. You said 61?
20 Glenn Jr.
We wasn't born in 61, yo.
He said
Born in
Tony Gunn?
88.
Yeah.
No, Gwen. Tony
Tony
Gwynn.
Glenn Jr.
Gwen? Oh.
Yeah. He played He was actually a better
You're
basketball
saying
player.
he was in college sports in 1961?
20, let me before I think it's 81. I just messed up.
Yeah,
I was about to say, who was the one playing when we were kids?
Nah, he was born. I meant
Where's-
to say he was born.
I'm about to say,
in 1960.
which Tony Gwynn was that?
He was drafted in 82.
You messed me up. So that's your fault.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Nah, I meant to say he was born in 1960.
Yeah, man, I don't like that. Ask me another one.
Yeah,
All right,
right.
now I got you something better.
Challenge us,
Let's
man.
Got you
Fresh.
something better. Nah, this one we got to pay homage to because this
What's
guy,
up?
he died. His name is Willis, the Captain Reed.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Born in 1942, June 25th.
Y'all know I got a story.
Died March 21st,
I actually do.
2023. He was 80 years old. I'm about to give you the stats, then I'm going to ask you something funny. Drafted 2nd round to the 8th overall pick by the Knicks. Played from 64 to 74. Number your favorite, 19. Center. Played his whole career with the Knicks. Coached for the Knicks for 1 season. Coached for Creighton for 4 years. Assistant coach for the Hawks for 2 years. Kings assistant head coach. Head coach for the Nets from 88 to 89. He also was the reason why the Knicks got good by trading for Jason Kidd when they were good in the early 2000s.
He was the reason for that?
Yeah, because he helped convince them to go trade for Kidd and all of that.
Smart move.
2 NBA Finals. 2 NBA Finals MVP. Most valuable player. 7 All-Stars. NBA All-Star MVP. All-NBA first team. 4 All-NBA second team. All-NBA defensive first team. Rookie of the Year. All-Rookie team. NBA anniversary for 50th and 75th. As you know, the Knicks retired his jersey. Retired in 82. Hall of Fame in 82 in the NBA. College Hall of Fame 2006. Career stats, 18 points a game. 12 rebounds a game, 1 assist.
Hey, yo, he's just going off his
Now let me give you something funny. He was the first player to ever get Finals MVP, All-Star MVP, League MVP. Who are the other 2 players to ever do that? Ever.
Finals MVP, League MVP, and what was it?
All-Star.
And All-Star?
Only 2 players have ever done this.
Not Michael?
Michael was
Man,
one.
Michael got to be one.
Michael was one. He was the second person to ever do that. Who was the other person?
Now, this other person...
Kareem or something?
No, this person is alive and kicking.
I was about to say.
But he is retired. But we saw him as children and adults.
Larry Bird.
No. I ain't seen him as an adult.
Yeah, I was going to say Larry, too, but we didn't really... I mean, definitely didn't watch him when he was,
Shaq. You cheated.
Shaq?
Yeah.
How'd he cheat?
Because he could see it.
No, I did. I really
Yeah,
did.
Shaq. It's only Shaq and
The only reason
Jordan.
I thought about it because I was like, let me think of who the franchises are, and I'm like, if you hadn't said that we've seen them as kids and adults, I had
to. Because of that mess
I
up
was
with
like,
Tony
who?
Gwynn.
I was like, you know what? It might be Shaq.
It's just them too.
You know, that's
Funny
my
thing
guy
is,
too.
You always say Shaq when it's any type trivia question, though. You say Shaq.
That's not true. I was about to
say
say Ken Griffey Jr. when he was talking about that other thing just a couple seconds ago.
Yeah, nah, Tony.
Wait, what's your funny story?
It's not even that funny. It's just I was at a Nets game, and this always confused me because I was like, why is he at a Nets game? I was at a Nets game. I was like 5 years old. My dad was like, yo, I'm like, he was like, down there, you see that guy down there? I was like, yeah. He was like, that's Willis Reed. I was like, okay. I don't know Willis, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you should go down there and ask for his autograph. I'm like, how I do that? He was like, just say, can I have your autograph? So I went down there, I had a Dream Team folder, a red Dream Team folder. And he did sign it. Really nice guy, too. And I went back up. I don't know why my dad didn't take that folder from me. I took it to school. I don't know where it is. I tore that folder up.
Bro.
Willis Reed signed my Dream Team folder. I don't know where it is now. But my dad
Someone has it.
was like, you should go down there. Huh? Man, somebody got the little... I found when my mom was living in a house that we went to high school in.
Yeah.
I found it
it?
down there.
Dad, you still don't... What?
I don't know what I did with it. I'm going to ask my mom. If you find that red folder, I need that.
Oh, I threw that away.
That would be fucked up.
That's all I'm counting. Oh, I threw that away. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
would
when
be
we were
really
helping
foul,
move.
yo. Nah, I was definitely not that happen.
Hey, man.
On some another positive note, Hall of Fame class, the highlights: Dwayne Wade, Dirk, Tony Parker,
Goats in this joint.
Becky Hammond, Paul Gasol, Pop.
The Spurs love is crazy, and I love how it's Dwayne Wade and Dirk, and how like they have history and ties in the NBA at the highest stakes in the NBA too. I think that's funny. Like I was like, yo, that's cool.
That's a great
Like
class.
that, you're my rival, you know, technically, you know, and we're getting the Hall of Fame together. That's pretty dope.
And as Pop is still coaching, he's still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I'm thinking like, yo, he must be making a move. But if
So-
they get Victor, you think he'll stay for sure?
Yeah. I think that would be his baby Timmy.
Yeah.
I think if they get that.
Everybody
first
is saying he should go there. Like they're like, yo, to get
'Cause it
him on
makes-
the straight
it
and
makes
narrow
sense.
path, he will have a great career right there. He'll be good.
Well, they better make sure he doesn't become Chet. Like he gets
Oh,
bullied
yeah.
sometimes.
they actually showed him working out now.
Everybody was trashing. They were like, he ain't gonna do that. I was like, yo, he's just shooting jumpers, bro. We don't even know what he gonna be like. Like I already forgot what he played, when he played out in Gonzaga. We gonna have to see.
Porzingis, but skinnier.
We'll see, bro, what's going on with that. But yo. So shout out to All the Smoke, man. I love their podcast. I love their interviews and everything. So they had one with Isaiah Thomas, and it's gonna be the part 1. It came out and dropped this week, and I've been listening to it. And I mean, I don't know if you have. I've listened to Matt Isaiah or seen a bunch of his interviews and stuff. But this one section just got me 2 things that pointed out to me. It was pretty funny. So he always tells the story about Bob Knight, how he came to his house and recruited him. But this one kind of got my mind. So the story is basically Bob Knight came in, recruited him, and there was a time when actually they were paying, and him and one of his brothers were like talking to him like, hey, yo, like the Klan gonna be there. You gonna protect them? And he's like, well, if we win, he's good. But if we lose, he ain't gonna be all right. And his older brother was tight. He was like, yo, what the? Nah, I ain't feeling that. What's going on? What's up? Like, you ain't gonna protect him? Like, no, you know what I'm saying? We gonna send you out here to do this. And him and Bob Knight stood up. Bob Knight rolled his sleeves. Isaiah says, yo, my mom liked it. It was hype. And so that's the story. But in my mind, I'm always like, oh, they were about to go outside and scuffle up, da-da-da. And then Isaiah goes in deeper with it. Was the first time that I ever paid attention to it, or he gave more detail. And they were like, yo, like, Bob Knight stood up, but he probably would have never made it. He thought it was going to be a one-on-one. He was like, nah, he would have stepped outside. He would have got jumped. So in my mind, I'm just seeing, you know, Bob Knight gets angry and red, like him getting cursed up by Isaiah Thomas's family. It was like he would have never made it back inside. Like, he thought it was going to be one-on-one. Nah, it was going to be like 12-on-1, yo.
But they said his mom, that was the only coach that she actually like and trust.
Respected him. He said, like,
because he came right and raw to the point.
He said, he's like, I'm not offering money, I'm not offering this, fame, and everything. He was like, it's like two things I'm going to offer him. He's like, he's going to be a gentleman, he's going to graduate. 3 things. He's going to graduate, and he's going to learn everything I know about the game of basketball. So I was like, yo, that was,
you got kicked out a couple times to practice.
He said, gentleman?
Yeah, he's going to be a gentleman. Yeah.
He was an asshole.
Look.
I'm talking about Bob Knight.
Yeah, Bob Knight teaching somebody to be a gentleman.
You mean the guy who used to lose his mind?
And threw a chair.
Hey, yo. Yeah. Bro.
Remember he punched that kid when he was at Texas Tech? When he was like,
on him.
he uppercutted a child, yo.
Yeah, but you know the highlight of that part is, so there's gonna be 2 parts. This is just part 1.
I listened to that.
The highlight of it is, so they brought up like how Magic and Isaiah came to terms and all that stuff, and then you know, they cried and everything on that interview, and then you know, Steven Jackson and
Scottie Pippen,
they were just like, yo, like Matt Barnes was like, so what's up with you and Jordan? Like, will you guys ever make amends? And you know, Isaiah said it's a real thing. He's like, hey, bro talked about me straight up publicly and everything, and you know, he ain't say nothing to me, like, you know, straight up. He's like, if you want to apologize, say it live. Like, let's do a whole, you know, not make it a whole thing, but like, you called me an asshole, you ain't like me and all that extra stuff. You said you hated me. Hey, if you're going to apologize, let's not do that joint behind closed doors. Like, let's let everybody know how you feel.
Disrespect was highly publicized.
Yeah, exactly.
I need you to show me respect publicly.
Then he talked about Scottie. He was like, yo, I don't care if you don't like me, Scottie.
Yeah.
It was like, Scottie.
It was a great interview. Let me see you listen to it.
Yeah, it was good.
I got to listen to it.
It was good. It was funny.
I catch some of their interviews, but I don't know how I missed, because they put out clips and I missed that. Like, I like listening to Isaiah talk about anything with basketball, but his other stories are funny too.
It's so deep. Like, you know, he talked about his business mind and everything like that, but his stories and everything, I was just like, yo, like.
Did you hear the one with Dennis Rodman about how he approaches rebounding? He said he was like, so we're shooting around, and you know, he's just watching everybody balling. And I'm like, Pip, you know, he was like, you know, Dennis, what are you doing? You're in the shot line. He was like, no, I'm counting. And he was like, now I know he's a weird guy already. I'm not even about to respond to that. Like, I'm not even about to respond.
What's going on here, bro?
But then he finally got insight from Dennis, like, what the hell are you actually doing? And he was counting how many times the ball spins when it's in the air.
Yep.
Because he used to break it down scientifically. I've heard Robin himself explain certain stuff like that.
He's no dummy. He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He's just weird, yeah.
And then Isaiah, you know, gave props to, like, obviously all his players and that, but Dennis Rodman, he was just like, yo, he was probably one of those most athletic dudes I play with, and honestly, never understood or heard anyone break down rebounding like that. That's why he got the stats that he got. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And a hard worker. Remember, even in The Last Dance, they didn't say it, but from what they were saying, you could tell what they were trying to do, because he had his other off the wall ways, but he was just working his role so well, he was doing it his way.
Yeah.
And they tried to smoke him when he came back from his little 72-hour trip. And then he proved the point to them by being like, all right, you think I'm out of shape? Catch me.
Yeah.
Catch me. Like, y'all look tired. Catch me. And they was like, all right. So we never did that to Dennis again. Leave him alone. Let him do his thing.
Yep.
I love listening to Isaiah talk about basketball.
He even talked about him and Larry Bird. He was like, he told
Oh, hey, yo, this story is hilarious.
You could do it, but that killed me.
So he was talking about how him and Larry is cool and everything like that. So one time they playing, Larry was like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, they say he called him cheesy, but he said, "What's up, Isaiah? Da, da, da. Yo, who guarded me tonight?" He was like, "You know, I got my boy Lambeer," and he said 2 other players. And Steve Jackson said, "I don't even know those 2 other players." He said, "Name 2 other players," and Larry Bird was like, "Hey, bro, you ain't got no brothers? Like, what's up?" And it's like the inside is like, he's like disrespected. He's like, "Yo, you ain't got no brothers to guard me? Like, really? Like, you know I'm about to hurt. You know, I'm about to put a work in. Like, I'm trying to hoop, and you got these white dudes guarding me."
And you know what's funny about that? That's not the first person I heard say that.
Hey.
I heard somebody else say that.
But the following year, he had somebody for him.
He said, "I got somebody for your ass."
Dennis Rodman.
Hey, that's funny, yo. This puts, I feel like Larry was the coldest white boy ever to touch the basketball, like, and to be out there in the gym.
Because he had flair with it, too. He was running his mouth.
Yeah,
he'll fight.
Dirty, boy.
I can't think of anybody.
The closest one to me that I think is Luka. If he can win championships, he get close to it.
Luka, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Luka's a great basketball player.
But that's different, yo. He's not American. He's from one of them countries where they be putting people in the trunk.
Yeah.
We get people from Germany to listen to us. I don't need us.
Where is this dude from?
I think Slovenia.
Slovenia, something like that.
All right, let me hold my vampire jokes.
We get international. As small as we are, we international. Now don't do that. We don't need that.
We don't think this is funny.
They're coming to your house.
Yeah, they're coming to yours.
Chill.
They don't know my catchphrase name. They know Stat Man. We're looking for stats. I'll be like, well,
you already said where you live.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I live in Jersey.
Yeah, all right. Now let me talk about some beef.
What's up?
Jalen Green got some beef. He ain't coming. Yo, I think he's a free agent. Not this coming up for a year, but next year.
Jalen Green?
Yeah. The rumor was when they was talked about trying to trade for KD because Tatum wanted that. They knew someone had to go. Green got beef with Tatum. He got beef with what's his name?
Jalen Brown.
Why am I saying Jalen Brown? Jalen Green.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of Rockets.
No.
Rockets.
No. Jalen Brown got beef with Tatum.
Tatum, really?
It's smart.
Yeah.
Since when?
Smart.
And no, not with smart, but for a while.
Really?
Yeah, because they wanted to be Tatum's team. When Tatum don't do well, he be getting in his feelings. Jalen is always
straightforward.
Yeah.
He ball.
But when Tatum was pushing to go get KD, how are you going to trade for KD? Cap, you got to make sure Cap is working. It was going to be most likely Jalen Brown getting traded. So he talked to him. He had a meeting with him. What was the old coach's name? I forgot his name. Nada, huh?
Amy Doka?
No. The coach before him. But he coached at Butler.
Oh, you talking about who
He's
head of operations now?
Yeah, president of operations. I just forgot his name. Brad Stevens.
Yeah.
He went to.
I cannot remember his
name. They had a
Brad.
meeting. They had a meeting that day. They were like, "Yo, like, what is my purpose on this team now?" Like, he wanted to make sure, like, am I here? Do y'all want me?
Yeah. Like,
and he sent out a cryptic message one time, and he was like, "It is what it is." But don't be surprised if that guy don't get traded.
They about to mess that up. I mean,
there's 2 teams I want him to go to: the Knicks and Orlando.
Orlando would be cool.
Orlando needs
The Knicks would be crazy. RJ would have to leave or just sit back.
I don't care anymore about that.
What, the Knicks?
RJ.
No, I don't. I'm 100%
You still
fine.
keep hating on this guy, and I keep sending you a screenshot. RJ.
I don't hate on him.
You don't like him.
I just know what would fit for a team. Like, he can't be a small forward. He needs to play
That's
a
Tibbs.
guard.
That's
yeah,
Tibbs.
I'm not hating on him, but he needs to get better. I'm just
tell Tibbs.
I haven't even heard anything from him in a minute.
Who, RJ?
Yeah.
Him and Obi had a little scuffle.
They had a little beef.
But they're cool. They hug. They're like, yeah.
They kissed and made up.
Yeah, but Hey man, I like that low key. I like that. I'm like, yo, like I'm happy to see that team fired up low key. You know what I'm saying?
He's still averaging what he should be averaging. He's
Yeah,
averaging 19.
I'm not saying he's doing bad, but it's just like, yo, we need a star player from what we have now. Like, you know, it's cool to always get people, but if we have what we have now, like the Brunson trade, come on now, like that elevated us
That would
like
make
crazy.
us a problem.
Brunson,
You could have
has done
Brunson at the
his
point
job,
guard.
yo.
You have RJ at the 2. You have Brown at the 3. I want Randall gone.
I don't even. I mean,
Isn't
Randall,
he's locked in for another
yeah,
like,
we would
2
have to
years,
keep
right?
Randall.
We got 2 years, but his last year is a team option, so he can
But
go.
honestly, if
And
we
by the
have-
way, he's out with the ankle injury for the rest of the season. Hopefully, he comes back for the playoffs, but they'll in 2 weeks. 2 weeks will be April 15th, so we'll see if he'll be in for the playoffs.
he needed that rest. But we get Brown, bro, we gonna be a problem. I don't care what's gonna happen. Him, Brown, Brunson, and if we keep Mitch, we should be decent. We should still be decent. And quick off the bench or however, like we would be
You
good.
do know Boston's gonna command a lot for Brown if we trade for him. If we sign him, that's easy. If we have the cap space, but if we trade for him, it's gonna be picks.
RJ,
It's gonna be
even
players.
swap.
No, it's not gonna be even swap. This guy over here, go look at the cap. Go look at
I'm trying to do it.
this guy over
I'm
here.
in settings in 2K, just
This
like
guy over here.
Dude, make it work. Make it work.
This guy over here.
That's how I'm doing it. Right in 2K.
Let's talk about other sadness. Luka's not happy on and off the court.
It's not Kyrie's fault. Like, who cares? Everybody's trying to blame
They're
Kyrie
disrespecting
for what's
Kyrie.
going on. And, yo, they had back-to-back losses to the Hornets. That's terrible. But everybody's trying to blame Kyrie. Yo, if you don't have... They don't have nobody that plays defense. They don't have no big man that can get the ball that, yo, your job is just to rebound. They don't have that. If you just have scoring, what do you expect?
Nothing.
Exactly. You're going to lose games.
Get outdueled, yeah.
The numbers might be there, but you're gonna at the end of the game, like end of the game, it's like, yo, you got out rebound, and people were shutting y'all down when it counted. It's gonna happen. What's his issue? What's Luka's issue?
To be announced. He ain't saying he's
He's
just not
looking
happy.
for
Low-
stat.
Low key,
No.
low key,
Not
I
at all.
thought they were saying something. I was that was hearing some stuff. They were just like something's up with his mom's or something. They wanted
His
to,
mom is grimy.
No, I thought it was
No,
her
his
health
mom-
or something
Oh,
like that. I don't
but
know.
Before, trademarks and certain things like phrases and stuff, his mom is his manager. So she
Oh,
was
she trying to
taking
stack up.
taking that money, but he wanted to be able to do stuff, and she wasn't letting him get certain things. Financially is one thing.
Okay.
Oh my God. The last thing I would do
Your
is
family
have to
involved.
answer
Wow.
to my mommy when I'm an NBA superstar.
Remember,
yo.
Kyrie's agent's his stepmom. She doing her job.
Hey, but she's done a great job. I don't care. He's
She
for
got-
that.
for the bags that he's gotten, cool.
For the bags that he's gotten and the stuff that he lost and still making moves, she's done well. I don't care.
Yeah, but I guess like not all moms are created equally. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because if
Luka's
I knew
mom was
my
grimy.
mom was foul, I'm like, yo, definitely not you. You know what? He should have went with Kyrie's mom. Maybe he'd have, he wouldn't be as mad.
it's like, so since you're here, can your stepmom be my manager too?
Yeah, man.
Hey, that's funny.
Be like, nah. Let me talk to you about two injured players. They go hand in hand. Ben Simmons is out for the season with a nerve impingement in his
Ben
back.
Simmons
He's
is off
done.
the planet.
He's
yo.
done.
And
They said, bro, trying to get into
failed
fashion now.
experience.
He about to come out with a whole fashion line.
he should get cut if
He's
that
done.
happens.
He's not hooping no more.
That's
I
a
think he's
shame.
over it.
Now, another sad thing is James Harden's Achilles has been sore for months. He's been messed up
He
for a while.
old.
Yeah,
He old.
But there goes my side of that little Philly Nets thing.
I told you. We'll talk about that.
I can't
next
believe
episode.
he did that. Like, I can't believe his career just became like,
Dead.
I don't want to do it.
Getting paid like $34 million.
I want to
a
be
year.
here. I just don't want to play
Hey, when
basketball.
you dribbling at the top of the key for half of your career and just and doing step backs, what do you think? And not passing the ball, what's gonna happen? It's like, nah, I don't
No,
know.
he talking about Ben.
Oh, you talking about Ben?
You know what I'm talking about? Ben.
Oh.
He just
Oh yeah, everybody figured out the secret sauce now. Nobody's gonna want him. Like they're like, yo, your work ethic's not there. They've been saying that for years since he was at LSU. Like we don't know about this guy, but he still got picked up.
His motor was the issue. Always has, always
Yeah.
will be.
So they found the secret sauce is out about him. I don't think anybody's gonna pick him off. He's about to get picked up on that vet salary, like
When he
that
gets
low
cut.
key. Yo, we need you to talk. Like
I don't want to talk. I'm not gonna just talk.
Bron came back, but they say Bron's torn tendon in the foot is going to need surgery. Now, should he get surgery now and be ready for next season? Or do you think he should try to make that one big push for the playoffs?
He gonna ball out. He gonna try to ball up
All I'm gonna say
and
is
try to go far.
I think this is the first time I really just thought it clear. It's clear, like, yo, I think he really is going to play with Bronny. I think he really is going to play with Bronny. I think it's going to happen.
Then he needs to sit out and just worry about next season. And
I think that's
go
what's
to
going to
surgery.
happen. I think he's going to sit out. If they don't have a good rush in the playoffs, I think we got some playoff talk coming up. I'm going to talk about the Lakers in depth. But I think if they're not going to make it, sit out. But if they are going to be in it, I think he going to ball out. But, yeah, we'll see.
I was telling Kyle, Bronny still hasn't picked the school yet. You know where I think he's going to end up going? He's going to go to the G League. He ain't going to go to college, even though I think Ohio State and USC is the two. But I think he's going to go play in the G League.
I thought he was getting ready to say Ohio State again.
I thought he's
You
going to
keep
USC
saying
because
that.
they trying to get him there.
No, I said those are the two. Well, those are the
For
two
many
schools.
years, you have been saying Ohio
Yeah.
State, and I've been like,
But the cooler thing is about bruh, and he did the McDonald's All-American thing. He
Yeah.
actually had a great game.
Better
that was a
shooter
good
than
show.
his
That
dad.
so
was
he
a
had
good
he hit
game.
like 6 threes or something, 5 or 6
that actually
threes.
was a good game. But you know, Wag did his thing too.
Jersey.
But and it's crazy because you know everything going on with LeBron. He was out, and I was just scrolling one day. I saw like one of his on his little show that he got, and it was this is not old, but it's like a year ago when he was talking about. It was like, yo, who do you want to play with? They're talking with LeBron. And he's like, I want to play with Bronny for sure. And he's like, yo, I asked him, what you want to do this? He was like, yeah. He's like, why do you want to do that?
Yeah,
he's like,
I heard.
I want to make a name for myself. Once I was like, I've heard this before, but when I was scrolling, I heard that, and it's just like, it was like present. It was like this week. I was like, just and the game was on. I was like, hey, yo, he's gonna make a difference. Whatever he's gonna do, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be his way. It's not his pops doing that. So I'm like, yo, like. As a fan, I'm just like, yo, I support his move.
I just don't
like,
think
I'm
he's
just
a
gonna
point guard.
follow,
Could
bro.
you,
Like-
can you imagine him getting his father together? Like, yo, no, it's my team. It's my
It's
team.
me. It's me. Sit down.
You need to understand. You understand. And then they gotta ride home together, go to the same house.
Yo. But nah, just to go back on your point, when I'm saying, it's like I think whatever path he's going to choose is because he wants to do it, and it's going to make him better to
So
be
sit
that
out.
dude.
So sit out.
No, I'm talking about Bronny,
Bronny?
like going to the G League or going to school. It's going to be like,
Don't
yo,
waste my time going to
it's
college.
It's a chess move to me. Whatever it is, it's a chess move.
So don't go to
He's
college.
already getting bread from the NIT joint.
Yeah, so
They say
don't
he
go to,
get- I
so
mean,
don't go
the
to
NL
college.
Don't go
Don't
to college.
don't go to college. Go to the G League.
But he wants to make a move for himself to make him better, whatever. So whatever he does, I'm like, it's a chess move for it. But G League, you think G League would be the wiser move?
Yeah, there's no reason to go play with players in college when you're going to be playing against other players who are trying to make the NBA, who've been to the NBA, who know what the NBA is about,
Yeah.
versus college players who you don't know if they're going to take
Make
it
it or
seriously.
not.
Or
Yeah.
it's like, yo, they're
Someone
not.
that's guarding you might not be. You
Yeah.
might not see them in the league. So it's like, why am I wasting my time?
Yeah, go against players who come from Europe,
Yeah.
come over here trying to play to make their name to get the call up in the G League. That's my thing.
Talking about G League. Shout out to Kenny Lofton Jr. MVP.
Yeah.
Big ball.
Love
Yeah.
that guy.
Cool,
You know
man.
I love that guy.
Yeah. He's just that's how Kyle plays. If anybody, that's how Kyle plays. Just look at it. That's Kyle. That's how
That kid is my
That's
heart.
how he
son.
plays. Yo,
I love that kid.
I hope he plays for a
and he a
different
lefty
team, though.
too.
He's that's a
Hey,
weird
it's-
lefty thing.
I don't want him with the Memphis Grizzlies. I want him on a different team.
Hey, I feel like that's
Charlotte.
what's up.
Yeah, I was gonna
Charlotte?
say.
Yeah, Charlotte. I like that for him.
Eh, let's see.
He's mobile enough that he won't get burnt, and Melo
Melo.
will know what to do with him.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. KD came back. Well, how long will he stay?
He had a bad
Till he
game.
messes his foot up, his knee or something.
Hey man, they're gonna be a problem regardless if he stays. So hopefully they take. This is the only time I would say this. Do the time management thing with him, minute management, whatever, so they can
Load
actually have
management.
him. Load management. They just do whatever they need to do to keep him healthy, so he can hoop.
They just signed a 7-year. This is the last news and
Huh?
rumors. 7-year collective bargaining agreement. Now, when it comes to load management, now that's going to change because for players to be able to get any All NBA honors or like MVPs or Most Improved, you have to play at least 65 games.
Agreed.
So there's going to be less load management now. And when it comes for all NBA teams, it's not gonna have guards anymore. It's just gonna be the best of the best. There's not gonna be 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center anymore. It's just gonna be the best of the best all NBA teams.
Yeah, I don't like that, but it's cool. Whatever.
And then they have this whack behind tournament.
Yeah, explain that, John.
They're trying to almost do like
a bubble, but not in the bubble.
Yeah, tournament, and it's just like it's gonna be one extra game that counts towards the season. Which I was like, so some teams are playing 83 versus the rest of everyone else isn't. And
wait, there's how's the tournament set up though?
They didn't break it down fully yet. Like it's just like a tournament that they're gonna do. It hasn't been detailed. They just said it's gonna be a certain amount of teams that qualify. Winners get prizes, money, and all that fun stuff. But it counts.
This is next season?
They're trying to implement it for 20.
Hey, yo, this is weird.
But the news hasn't really been circulated. Just like there's been so much things that's come leaked out already. Like if they have a new tax bracket, like if you're over the tax line by 7.5 million, you can't trade cash considerations. You can't trade draft picks past the 7-year mark. You can't do certain things. And
they get real.
And this is for people like Golden State, the Bucks. Hopefully not the Knicks one day. But if you're over that $17.5 million tax line, you can't get the mid-level exception, which is like $9.5 million to sign a player.
Okay.
So they'll lose that and be able to only sign players for the vet salaries, which means those middle-of-the-line players, like Dante Vincenzo, who got a mid-level, he wouldn't have went to Golden State unless Golden State would have gave him that vets $1.2 million, and he wouldn't have wanted that. So basically, this is all helping the lower level teams, the Utahs of the world, the Orlandos of the world, somewhat Phoenix, OKCs.
Yeah.
So it's helping those teams be able to get those mid-level players to go to their teams, because Golden State, the Knicks, the Nets, all of them who are big teams who are going to be over the tax threshold won't be able to get those mid-level exceptions anymore if they hit that second tax window. That's it.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. The way you broke that down, I was like, yo, that made sense. Because I was trying to read that, Joe, I was like, what? I'm going to wait till Stan tell me what's going on, bro. But I appreciate that, yo, because
no problem.
That really, I was really too. I was like, oh, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. I appreciate that, Stan.
Why don't they've been trying to do, like, who asked for that?
That was Adam Silver.
That's what I'm saying.
He's leaving?
What consumer asked for that?
Nah, you know what?
Disney?
You know what's funny? Rest in peace, David Stern liked how the European League did theirs. He was like, you could have a season, but inside the season they had a tournament. But in Europe, tournaments like that are like booming. They don't have like a real NBA Finals. It's usually like 1 game or 2. It's like 3 games at best.
What is it, a bowl game?
It's like that, but they see that there's so many fans who do that. Like, they were like, yo, we could do that in the NBA. Now, what still sucks is they should be trying to fix the All-Star game versus doing that. But
All-Star game
But that can't be fixed from rules and regulations, really. That's going to be, I mean, it can, but
Kobe said it.
But you got to get the players.
Kobe said it. He was like, yo, you got to be serious about it.
Yeah.
But after David Stern passed away and retired, Adam took that badly, and he kept trying to, like, copy how Europe does it. And that one rumor that was talking about, like, if the NBA did a tournament, what they were going to do is, winner out of that in-season tournament will go against the best European team in Europe, and the NBA would fly them to the country, to the U.S., and go against the best versus the best, European versus the best.
This sounds like a pro-am. Why don't you just do it?
Yeah, it does, but that sounds like more of like a recruiting. Like, so say you have that best team overseas come over, then it's like you get to see, everybody gets to see, and then, you know, organizations, the NBA gets to see, like, oh,
that's
scouting.
So
it'll get basketball overall.
But they didn't do that.
That would be dope, low
But
key.
they didn't do that. They just doing the tournament with NBA teams.
But nobody asked for that. I really don't think that's gonna positively impact viewership.
There was research on that. There was research on that said our generation wasn't interested in that. And guess what? We're not disclosing our ages, but we're old compared to these young cats who are just like into something like immediate, like, oh, this is new, cool. And then they'll see if it actually does well or if it flops.
Oh, so it's just like an experiment.
It's for that new. It's for the new generation that they can't stand still for basically the same things that we seen. Think about this: we religiously, until it got corny, we loved the All-Star games. You for the jerseys, you for the shoes. I like to see fights and see like people trying to network with each other, trying to get to go to other teams.
Yeah.
Now it's like I bring my kids there to work.
It's like watching the what is it? The Wizards. Remember them? The Globetrotters.
Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah. Doesn't Lehigh Valley have one of those now? Or is it a real basketball team? It's like the Legends or something?
Nah. We did. Someone at Kutztown played for them a little bit.
It's not like the Flight.
I don't remember their name, but homie, someone from Kutztown was playing there when they were living in PA.
I don't know, but I'm not interested in watching, a Harlem Globetrotters game amongst the NBA stars. I'd rather watch anything than that.
Yeah, right.
I'm not watching that. Yo. I'll watch what's that Addams Family show about Wednesday? I'd rather watch that, and I have not seen that yet.
Oh, dang, you late.
Yeah, me and my wife, we watched that.
I know you enjoyed it.
Nah, for real, it was dope. But you know what's dope?
This guy likes dressing like that.
No.
What you got?
You know what's dope? Knowing what's wrong with Zion. Jabron, can you throw this Zion information up?
Zion, let's see what's up.
Bruh.
Hopefully.
You know
What's so funny?
Because I would trade him. I would actually trade Zion.
To who?
I would find
you could find somebody.
I would find someone and trade him because again, you just asked the question about for us, like basically, can you trust him to be your franchise guy? And since he came in the league, no, because you can't trust that he's going to be available on the floor. And so when I look at this situation, I'm like, okay, this is starting to be a trend. Like every single season, we like, oh, Zion and lost weight. Zion looks healthy. Then all of a sudden, this happens. If I'm the Pelicans, I have Brandon Ingram. I have C.J. McCollum. I have a bunch of young pieces that are over there playing extremely hard that has a bright future. I would actually consider trading him this offseason, to be honest with you.
That's a bold one, Perk, and I actually don't think it's that off the wall because they do have a bunch of good young players: Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Dyson Daniels. Yep. On and on. They also have a million picks, including a lot of Lakers picks, which could be pretty valuable. Trading someone at this point in his value is usually a losing proposition. Although they would find someone. Because the talent is that enticing. To me, that feels early. It feels sad. But the word you use, trust. That makes it seem like it's like someone's fault. I don't know.
No.
It just is what it is. Right?
It's basically me.
He doesn't play.
Well, I'm questioning, like, when I say trust, do you trust his body?
And that's the thing. He is a linebacker playing football and jumping through the roof. We just haven't seen that body type ever.
Yeah.
I think we've seen it one other time.
Who?
That body type.
Who, Charles?
Nah,
Charles was fat.
Larry Johnson.
I was gonna say Larry Johnson.
Y'all keep saying that he was fat, but he wasn't fat. He was like, you know what it was? He was like
Yes, he was.
skinny fat.
Who, Charles?
He was like skinny fat.
Who,
It's because
Charles?
he was big but not ripped.
Yo, rest in peace, Moses Malone.
Facts.
He told her he was fat.
That's because everybody was skinny with short shorts and long socks.
He wasn't
You know what I'm saying?
fat.
Moses
And he
said.
cut. And he cut.
Moses told Charles said in an interview. He said, "Yo, what do I have to do to be first playing starting?" He was like, "A, you gotta lose weight. You're fat." He kept it real. He was like, "You fat. Like
you fat.
you gotta stop being lazy too. Start eating McDonald's and all of that."
He still did it, but he slimmed up. Like when he was
When he was with Phoenix, sure.
yeah.
Philly, no.
Well, Philly, he was still
Fat.
he was like skinny fat.
He's the hoop.
That's when you're a big dude, but you're not ripped or anything.
Yeah, and you run mad. You run all the time. So
So his tractor trailer, rest in peace to him. Was he fat?
That was a big dude. That was a big dude.
That was a big
guy. He had a gut. Like, that's bad when you don't have no definition in your arms. And you're like
rest
Yankee
in
here,
peace.
and you
He
have
died of a
like
heart
the
attack.
gut from like here and it just goes down.
You know he messed up Danilo Gallinari's career. He dunked on him, and that's how he had his
How
back
did
injury.
he dunk on Gallinari?
Summer League.
Oh, wow. Summer League.
Yeah.
I would play that off.
Nah,
like,
he hurt his back after that. That's why he was out for his rookie season.
oops.
So, would you trade Zion?
Hey, Perk has been on one for
A little bit of
couple of
Molly.
months. But, I mean, just like how you said, do you really trust his body? I know everybody's saying, you know, they got all the health teams and the doctors and everything to check and make sure you're good. But it's like, yo, do you really just, if they say it's good and something happens, can you continuously to go through this every season? If it was me, I'm making a decision. I'm trying to see what I can get off of it. It's crazy, but it's just like I don't trust it. Like they were saying in the clip that we played, like they do have players. Bi, if he's healthy, y'all straight.
I was gonna say, but he got an issue being healthy.
He do, but we've seen him play games though.
Nah, he's
so it's like we've seen you go through a stretch at least. CJ.
You getting old.
CJ's getting old, but CJ's a good main factor you have. As long as CJ's good for the organization, off the court and on the
Stand-up
court.
man.
Yes. They got young players. I like the Bull Jackson that's there.
The center.
I like the Grand Theft Auto Bull that's there.
He's crazy.
He's good though.
Nah, he crazy, but I like him. Yeah.
Just imagine what other pieces you can get from trading Zion, bro, and put that team together.
But who's dumb enough to trade for Zion? And not the Knicks. For once, I can say not the Knicks.
The Clippers.
Yeah.
No.
Nah,
Don't do
they're
that.
dumb.
You know, you know who's dumb? I'll say it. The Lakers.
Trade for Zion?
I see their late.
This could be the future.
Go trade AD back. Hurt for hurt. There you go.
Ooh,
Hurt for hurt.
Hey, that's like an album cover. Hurt for hurt, man.
That's the name of this episode.
I know.
Hurt
Producer.
for hurt.
The title is Hurt for Hurt. Make it work.
It's a hurt for hurt.
I know he probably hates us talking about his frequent injuries. He's always hurt. It's annoying now. Talking about AD.
But where would he go? Who's dumb enough to take him?
Hey, yo, when he just got hurt in the last game, I'm sorry for laughing about that. But, yo, why was they like, yo, it was like 2 possessions going on. He was on the ground like, my leg.
'Cause he always
and
does
then,
that.
like, they were just.
Because they looking like
Ron
eyes
looked down,
on.
he was like, all right. Boom. Fast break. Boom. Oh, layup. Oh, turnover. Steal. Boom. Like, yo. And it didn't stop until
Get off the court. Like,
Angel got hurt.
Roll over.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah.
dang. Like, they was just.
He
they
got
didn't
hurt with his
stop.
I would be tired of seeing it.
I am tired of seeing it.
Remember, they said
He
LeBron and
always
him
looks
have
like
beef.
that.
But they said they're friends.
He can't do nothing about it. He'll get hurt.
Both of them probably.
Rumor has it they said he want to go to Chicago. He want to go home.
Yeah, they said
Who?
that last season.
AD.
Yeah, they said that last
So
season.
he get hurt on the plane ride there.
So what? Him and Ball can be hurt together.
You know, that cold weather ain't gonna work with his muscle, his legs, his joints, like his ankle, everything. Back, yeah, he stayed here. I don't know.
So we can. So
He really gonna be called.
so
street
Zion
clothes.
can't get traded.
I think I would, but you're saying
Where?
factual. Like in
Where?
the stat world, you're saying like who's
Where?
dumb enough. So I don't know who will be dumb
Maybe
enough
the
like that.
Pistons.
Like what would you give
Yeah.
up for that for an injured player, but potential, like crazy potential,
Who
but
was
you don't
supposed to be
know.
the face? You at least get 2 picks, 2 first rounders. You got to.
Ever looking at that draft class of the top 3, it's Ja and RJ at this point because we haven't seen anything. Has he played a full season yet?
Not at
No.
all.
Zion's-
Not even close.
Zion's always in the ER. Jaws in the club shooting up people.
Now he is, but yeah,
And always was reckless with the mouth. And RJ,
it's progressively getting better, low key.
which I'm happy.
Low key, he's
Which I'm happy.
actually getting better.
He's
as a
averaging
player.
19 points a game.
It's
5
not bad.
rebounds.
Yeah.
I have no
I
problem
know
with
everybody's
that.
like, yo, we want you to be a star. We need that star. But like, hey, this player is still getting better. Like,
He's doing constant. He's stable.
yeah.
He's stable.
he's getting better.
I have no problem with RJ. But
That's crazy.
Zion, and you know the sad thing is they was always trying to say Zion was going to play for the Knicks. Nah. It can't work that. I wouldn't even trade Randall for
Oh,
that.
you talking
know.
about like trade wise?
Yeah, I wouldn't even take Randall for
Heck
that.
no. At least Randall stayed healthy all through the season.
Yeah.
Randall don't stop playing games.
He
That's
just,
gonna
he
work.
just has an issue and quickly tried to save his man and quickly had to get mouthed off by Randall. In that
Yeah.
Orlando game, that was tacky.
Yeah, that wasn't. It ain't look cool. Like when I was saying earlier, I like how they getting fired up, but like the way he was doing it, like I was like, yo, you got an issue.
Yeah, he's
bruh.
doing a-
And he ain't
having
make up.
a
I ain't seen him make up after that
Nah.
joint.
Temper tantrums.
Yeah, he do. He have.
That's why I
issues,
said
bro.
he had to go.
And then why does it always seem like for him, it's always somebody else's fault. I'm like, no, man.
Nah,
shoot.
guess what?
Shoot.
Blame Tibbs, because Tibbs was like, "Yo, it's your teammates' job to make sure you don't get a technical."
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, why?
Because-
I'm not babysitting, bro. Like, if he get attacked, he gotta pay that fine. All right, good.
That's a grown man.
Facts. Like the stuff that the antics he be pulling off. Nah, bro.
I told you I didn't like him since last season. I told you I've always said I'll get his Uber.
I thought you were one of his biggest supporters.
No.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
can-
You
we
got
can
his
check-
jersey.
No, I
Yeah.
don't. We can check the tape.
Yeah, he went out and got that black fireman jersey,
No,
the fire department jersey.
not at all.
He has that jersey.
No, I can't do that. Let's talk about some blacklisting. I feel bad for this guy. He's getting labeled under the Chris Jackson rule. His name is Boogie Cousins.
Man,
He can't get a shot.
I thought he was gonna get picked up by then. Remember I was talking about last
Yeah,
episode?
look at your rumor report.
Hey, I'm not the stat man, so I don't care. But I thought they said
No.
it was rumored.
What is
Yeah.
what's the problem? Like, why would he be blacklisted?
I don't know.
Here's something.
What's up?
He spoke to Bob Myers, GM says president for Golden State. He actually had a phone call. He was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
why can't I get picked up on a team?" Bob Myers, he used to be an agent. Now, as you know, he's the creator of the Golden State Warriors dynasty. He was like, "Yo, your name is that bad in the streets that you are someone who causes too much trouble that an organization doesn't want to risk it." Remember, Boogie in Sacramento had an attitude. Boogie, when he was in New Orleans, had an attitude when they weren't winning. People don't want a cancer on their organization. So why am I going to take a now fragile, injured player who always runs his
Ads
mouth?
on everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, why should I risk that? But on the other side, why would I take Myers Leonard, who's without due to anti-Semitics, versus Boogie? I would have took Boogie.
Of course.
But I feel like the league is doing like they did to Chris Jackson. If y'all don't know, Chris Jackson was the Stephen Curry before Stephen Curry was ever here. But I feel like Boogie's time is almost gonna be like Dwight. He gonna end up playing in like the China League.
Oh no.
I can name 5 teams that could have picked him up.
The Shanghai Sharks.
Yeah, he could have went to Phoenix, cause Ayton's always been hurt. Could have went to San Antonio. Could have been a vet to some young kids. He could have definitely went to the Lakers. They didn't pick up Dwight. They had Thomas Bryant, and then they had Mo Bamba, who's hurt.
Yeah, that.
Mo Bamba.
He could have went to Brooklyn. Brooklyn needed size when they had KD and Kyrie.
Yeah, they did.
He could have went to Boston. Robert Williams III is always hurt,
But they picked up Blake.
but they picked up Blake.
But they picked up Blake.
Lord.
But they picked up Blake.
And as just an icing cake, he could have went to the Knicks because Mitch is always hurt.
Yeah.
So I gave you 5 teams, 6 if you count the Knicks, where he could have actually made a difference. He could have went to the Bucks again, but anyway.
Imagine Boogie and Randall. I hope
Actually, you know what? He couldn't come.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
why I'm
Knicks.
saying.
He couldn't.
they
come.
both on that time. They both on that.
swollen eye.
Yeah,
for,
never mind. He
for
couldn't come to the
Randall.
Knicks.
But it would have been dope, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's crazy how he's not. And you didn't say the Kings. He could have went there too. But
No, they drafted him. They weren't gonna take him back.
yeah, but that was the rumor he was supposed to go back.
That
Remember
was
I
your
saying?
rumor.
Yeah.
I ain't read the reports where I was getting from your
My
report.
stuff ain't authentic.
I don't read
my stuff ain't
reports,
authentic.
so-
He's like, I ain't gonna say what you said, bro.
I ain't read that.
That's bad.
I
Like, nah, I ain't see that, bro. you just be saying random stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
man,
my stuff ain't authentic.
remember
He's
he
like,
tanked the baseball stat earlier.
Yeah.
Look, it was morning. It was morning. I was tired.
That was 35 minutes ago.
It's okay. I was tired. Let's talk about something else that's sad.
What's up?
Should star players quit if they know their teams are not going to be making the playoffs? I got a specific player.
Goes back to LeBron.
No, it's not even LeBron.
Oh,
We're
you
gonna talk about Dame.
Dollar.
Dave, they pulled him. They said
I don't think the players should quit. I mean, maybe they had an agreement like, yo,
He didn't want to. He wanted to play.
See, so management did it. So
Yeah.
that's kind of crazy. I think you should still play.
He
No
wanted to
matter
play.
what. No matter what, you should still play. But it's like, it's going to sound crazy, but it's like you own a team. The people that are playing is value. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do you want your value to go
get hurt
to
in
get hurt?
meaningless games?
And that's how they think about it. It's business. You're like, we don't want you to get hurt. We're going to keep this coach that's still developing and coaching. We're going to see what we can do next year. You think so?
Next year.
They keep saying he's not getting fired.
No, they said this year he's safe, but I think next year, 2 years not making the playoffs.
I'm gonna
It's
keep
about
it
to be a
buck.
third year next year. They ain't making it. Rumor says they said even though Dane said he will stay in Portland for the rest of his life, there's only one team that he will ever go play for. It's the Knicks.
It's too late now. No,
man,
too
don't
late.
Come over here now with that.
Yeah, too late now.
But
How's that always happen?
I think. Oh yeah.
So annoying.
Even when T-Mac, that was my dude. He finally came.
Hey, yo, I just had a joke in my head, but I don't even want to say it. I'll say it. I was like, oh, well, before Kobe made his move to go on his trip, before he said, I want to go to the Knicks. I'm sorry.
You ain't right.
But they always random say, oh, yeah, they actually wanted to go to the Knicks. Like, that's not up. It's too late now. That would have happened. It would have happened. Come on now. Stop playing.
I think it should be up to the player's discretion. If like Portland's sucking, but Dame's still healthy, Dame's still giving it his all. Why are you messing with this person, continuing to hone his craft and putting up numbers and trying to keep the chemistry with his teammates? By pulling him, you're messing up the chemistry. The same thing with the coach, because the coach is trying to develop his system, but you're also pulling a player that's key to your system. So by pulling him to not play the next 2 weeks of the season, you're messing up. You're messing up the whole chemistry of a team.
Yep.
And then the players are looking like, okay, so why does he get to do it, even though he doesn't want to? But I still gotta show what I'm doing, even if I'm an up and coming player, like Simmons. Not Ben Simmons, but Anthony Simmons.
Yeah.
So why is he doing this while we're trying to become great together?
Exactly. You messing that up. We haven't played. Like, you wasn't there. You wasn't with me in the trenches when we was losing. So why you gonna come back now? So it makes it look bad. And it's management saying it, and he doesn't want to do it. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that should go down like that. Even when Kobe, the Lakers was trash, he always played.
He still
like, you know what I'm
played.
saying? Like, you still gotta play the game.
Torn Achilles and all, torn shoulder and all.
You gotta play when everybody was gone. Like, everybody was, when Smush Parker was your starting
he
starting
cursed him
guard.
out.
Yeah, but when they had all them,
Yeah.
he still played. He didn't care.
Yeah, Chris Middles.
Young Randall was there. Who else?
Kwame Brown.
Kwame. He played with he played no matter what the record was. Yeah, he played. He didn't care. Like, so. Come on, that's the standard, and why are they doing that? Come on now.
Now, I'm going to ask you about this person. We got to do an APB on this person, the SOS. Andrew Wiggins. How do y'all feel?
Hey, yo.
I'm not even. That boy, the way I'm carrying it is.
Wait.
I just hope everything's good.
I
with that
got
guy.
a question for y'all.
What's the real inside scoop? I'm hearing so many different things. I want to know if it's factual, because like I know you know.
Nobody really knows.
The one person said, and he's close to the source, saying Simmons' 2 kids, possibly one, definitely one, maybe both, aren't his. That's his homies, closest, high school.
Wait, what?
Those kids might be his best friend's kids.
Both of them? I thought it was just one.
They said it might be both, but definitely one.
One is bad.
Hey, yo, he needs some space. He needs
And
some
that was
space.
when that's when homegirl was like, yo, the internet's messed up. But here's my thing, because I was listening to this one person's podcast on YouTube. He was like, as a fan, we have the right to know that something's going on. Don't say he's just personal reason. Explain what's the personal reason. Do fans deserve to know the right to the information, or do people need to just respect the privacy? Like Draymond Green was like, "Yo, y'all don't need to know what's going on." He probably knows, but he said even if it's that rumor is true, it's none of y'all business. That person who did the podcast was like, Draymond is partially right, but as fans that you're going to spend that money and buy them jerseys, you want to know, okay, Wiggins is going through things personally because of his family life, and he won't be back until a certain date. That's cool. Versus here in personal. Personal could be anything. Personal could be like, I don't feel like going to work today.
Yeah.
Personal could be like, I just have a cold today.
Yeah.
personally could be like anything random, but if we knew exactly what it was, then they would be like, okay, I can respect the reason
So
why
if
you're
the
out.
report was family emergency,
Which I thought it was.
yeah, I
So
think
did
that's
I.
a family. Like that's what I would. I would
thought it was like death.
categorize
Death or
something.
cancer.
Well, I'm saying even something like what's reportedly going on, allegedly going on.
I mean, that's still a family emergency.
That's a crazy family emergency. I mean, lives are at stake. Like,
Yeah.
I would be like, all these years. Like, he's probably still there.
The one kid is 3, the one is
these
1 year old.
years.
But wouldn't you? I mean, I don't know
You mess with
how other
somebody's
people.
kids.
Yeah, I don't know how other people handle their mental, but like maybe distractions like playing, hooping could.
They
but
said
some
he's
people,
still hooping. He goes to a gym. They don't say where, but they say he's at a gym still.
Yeah, but not with the team. That doesn't.
He's just doing his
No, he's
job.
just- yeah.
He's trying
Still-
to do his job, but he's probably not ready to perform or something.
Hey, he probably got them Jones. The
compete.
little homies tatted on him or something too.
Oh man,
Like,
he probably does.
hey yo, but nah. I guess to answer your question, I don't think the fans deserve to know all that inside scoop like that. I mean, because rumors are gonna have. At the end of the day, rumors are gonna leak and have found out, but we don't need to like
Know the
have
business.
Andrew Wiggins come up and say, "Hey, this is what's going on." Da, 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 da. Okay, cool. Nah, it's just like yo, and I love how the team's respecting him. I think I didn't listen to it, but I know Coach Kerr had said some things like, "Hey, we want to have him back,"
Yeah.
and everybody knows
It must
in the
be that
organization.
bad. It must be that
Because
bad.
he said,
Everybody
he
was
said,
like,
I hope
It
that we
gotta
get
be.
to have.
Yeah.
We hope that he comes back. Because then for me, I was thinking like,
Andrew, goddamn.
for me, I thought it was like personal, like health at first. But when I heard that rumor where it was about the kids and the wife, I mean, the girlfriend, I was like, oh, then that might be real. Me personally, because health, that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, that's
health.
what we thinking like, oh, hell, there's something going
I
on.
mean, it don't get no realer than that. That's a problem. That's
It
a
don't.
real problem.
That's a real problem. But hey, maybe he can't perform the right way with that's going on with his mental and everything. And it's understandable, you know what I'm saying? But it's respectful. That
How
he
could
gives
he
his
even
space.
go home and not kill her?
He probably ain't
Like,
going home. He probably got his other house.
He got a loft.
If somebody had to go get him, like, yo, do not go back to your residence.
And the fact that we ain't hear anything that he put hands on John, like he
Yeah.
probably is being like, yo, like that's what they could be doing. They're like, yo, like chill, like the best way. They're like, yo, what do you need us to do? Like I just
Leave
don't
me
feel like I
alone.
can.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Let me just figure it out how I need to figure it out. They're trying to make sure he's still good as a player, a human in your life. Like don't go to jail for this.
I wouldn't even know what to do.
And he just signed a 4-year, I think $109 million contract.
And I would say this: the Warriors would probably be in a different position right now in the
They
Western
would.
Conference if
They
he was
would.
playing.
Yeah.
He had
sure.
matured under their umbrella last
Oh
year.
God, bro!
That
Blossom.
system
Finals,
worked. That
he
system
was
worked for him.
Yeah, he was the second best player in the finals.
Yeah.
And the
remember,
playoffs
people,
on that team.
Finally
people thought he
balling.
should have got the MVP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were talking about that. We was
Yeah.
like, yo, if he get that joint, it's understandable, but nah, it was Curry's time.
Oh well.
Yup.
Good luck with that. Playoffs are coming up. Starts April 15th. What do we see happening?
Man, the West is a toss-up. The West is crazy, bro. I think anything can happen in that Western side. I think I've been talking about the Kings heavily, but I think a lot of people rather play the Kings because
They're young.
Yeah, they're young. Not a new. Woodson definitely needs to win Coach of the Year, but still, it's still it's your
Wait,
first
what
time.
you call him?
Huh?
You call Mike Wilson. Mike Brown.
Mike Brown. I'm tripping.
Yeah, it's the morning.
But
The Knicks.
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's the first time with that team. You know what I'm saying? So they may shock the world, but I know a lot of people want to play them. They'd rather play them right now. Like, all right, cool, we got them. We good. People, they're not scared. They're like,
Versus
oh.
going against Golden State in the playoffs.
Exactly. Come on now. Even though with their record, they're like, yeah, I don't think I want to do that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the East is going to probably be... The West is probably going to be exciting because it's very close. It's tight. Anything
Yeah.
can happen. The East is going to be good, too. The Bucks and the Celtics just regular season
Flip-flopping,
game,
1 and
they
2.
went off and they played. The Celtics...
I was gonna say the
Boy.
Bucks. The Bucks is coming up.
No, the Celtics lit them up, bro.
Yeah. Thanasis and Blake got into a fight. Thanasis had a 1-game suspension.
Yeah. But besides that, the Bucks, I don't know. if they're not hitting on all cylinders and doing what they need to do, they might not.
And Boston's a head case too. I don't trust Tatum and Brown. Whatever personal issues they going through.
They still drop 40 apiece.
Look, that's why that right there, what you're talking about, that's why I see the Bucks coming out
I agree. Yeah.
more than Boston. And
get
then
to 'em
what
mentally?
if Boston like just
Self-destruct.
if like I just feel like they might not capitalize at the right time and just lose.
Got you.
And then what would that look like if Boston gets to represent the East? Who are they going to play against? I still think they would lose.
Hey, it would play out just like how you would think if they don't get to where they were at last year, basically. Brown is gone.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
And then the Sixers are at 3. They're locked at 3. They're not going to go up to 2 or 1. Sixers are going to most likely play the Nets, who are at 6.
And the Knicks are going to play.
Cleveland.
Joel gonna kill them if they play. Joel gonna kill them, bro.
You better hope he stays healthy.
I hope. But you said the Knicks and the Cleveland, that's gonna be great.
Even Spider wants that.
Mitch might drop 40 plus on us, but we still might win if Brunson can drop 40 plus
48,
like he did.
yeah. Career high, 48 points.
Yep.
Dog.
And
no Randall.
He had
Yeah.
like 33 at half.
but they didn't have Allen, and they didn't have their
Oh, he wasn't there.
groin injury. So
Mobley was
it's
there,
almost
though,
yeah. But that is like, how well was that true that the Knicks really did win that?
How well is the truth that the Cavs really did? That they played too. Because they didn't have their rim protector, basically.
I still trust Cleveland over us.
Probably. We'll see. We'll have to see. That's the only way we can see.
I really don't want us to go. I wish we could the Nets are 2.5 games over. I wish we would lose 3 games just so we could go against Philly. I like us to go against Philly.
Really?
Yeah, that's a better one for us.
Especially if Harden
That's the
stays
better
hurt.
one. That's the better one.
If Harden stays hurt, definitely.
Yeah,
But I
like-
think I think Joel will eat us up regardless too. He can eat any team up, especially the Nets. They don't have no big man.
That's cool, but
Joel
who
gonna
does
kill
Joel
Mitch.
have after that?
Hmm?
Who does Joel have after that?
Yeah, you're
Shake
right.
Milton.
My man.
Hey, yo.
My man.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. We'll have
Not
to see.
Thibault.
Nah, he going.
That boy gone. They I used to go past his mirror all the time. They covered it finally.
Really?
Yeah, I used to go past it. It's right across from the one vet I used to go to in Fishtown.
Shout out to your old vet.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
Next episode, it's gonna be the playoffs. Next
I'm
time,
excited.
We'll see.
Knicks.
All right, send us home.
Hey, yo. It's a wrap. We done with this episode, man. It's Friends versus Friends. We see you next episode. Peace.
Peace.
Let's get breakfast.
Coffee too.